The Blood Countess Part 1, Blood Red, written by Ray Canole, based on the historic story of Countess Elizabeth Bathory d'Arext, the Blood Countess of Hungary. The story begins with the death soon after of her husband Count Ferenc Bathory, which is the impetus for his wife's heinous crimes. Part 2, Blood Blue. The Countess attempts to summon her husband's return from death, as a number of the people in the village work out that she is behind the murders of peasant girls in the village for their blood. She is subsequently sentenced to a fitting punishment.
In the dream, you are falling, lost in the listening distance, as dark locks in. Nightfall. Good evening. Tonight and next week, we bring you the most chilling of all horrors. The kind that really happened. The docu-horror, you might say. The year is 1600. The place, Castle Bathory, in a violent and war-torn Transylvania. The castle of the true Count Dracula. She is about to spread her wings.
Lord Marshal, troops and armorers to the courtyard. We march at first light.
Dearest Lord, go in pride, return in triumph, as you always have.
Return, Elizabeth. Always before, yes, but this time...
You do not fear.
I fear nothing, neither the living nor the dead. But last night, as I rode in the gate, a raven lighted on my helmet.
Who would dare touch you?
Elizabeth, the dirtiest peasant, is my equal on the battlefield, if he has something sharp to hand. And violated daughters to avenge.
Do not joke.
The necessity of the body. Why women think it so important, no man will ever understand.
I have always been faithful to you.
See that you always are. A man's pleasures touch the gutter. A woman's may not.
You are the only man, the only one, till death.
And after I am gone?
Even then, the only one.
Swear it.
You are crushing my arm.
Swear.
By the Holy Trinity, by all things holy and unholy, I swear.
Your arm is very soft.
As soft as when you married me.
As soft as then. Did you steal oil from the holy chancel lamps that you keep the skin of a girl?
No such sacred vessel, Lord. A careless serving girl. You know, Ursula, who combs up my hair for an hour or two every evening.
Oh, yes. That one.
She is usually attentive, not given to daydreaming, but last night she was careless. Her comb caught in my hair and hurt me. Badly.
You beat her, of course.
I struck her face until it ran blood.
Do as we do with lazy sentries. Set fire between their toes.
But listen, Ferenc, the skin of my arm has been growing drier and drier. Do what I would. The stupid girl's blood had drenched it. And as I rubbed to clean it...
Well?
Wherever the blood had touched, the skin grew soft and silky.
Let me touch it again. More gently this time. Oh, it is true. Like finest tissue of cafe.
Almost Dawn.
A few minutes and the drums will sound.
A few minutes only. Lean your head against my arm.
The skin is as soft as a bride's.
Oh, my darling. My lord.
Her blood must have flowed on your breasts, too. They also are as smooth as swan's down. If I die, no other man.
My life upon it. No other.
My lady. Oh, my lady.
Bells. Oh,
My lady. There is a messenger come post haste from the battlefield. Our Lord. Our Lord.
he is dead. The one man in all the world is dead. I will swallow fire.
Compose yourself, my lady. I have loved and served you faithfully since you were a child. Now bridle your grief and hear me.
Since nothing matters, say what you will.
So great and valiant a nobleman as your husband must be in heaven, must he not?
You dare to suggest he could be in any other place?
Never, lady, never. But you must remember those who kill themselves are instantly damned.
You tell me that I cannot see him if I live, and cannot see him if I die?
Dearest lady, there may be a way.
A way?
The path is dark and dangerous.
Do you think I fear a way, any way, that leads to him?
There are wise women who, with much effort, have talked with spirits.
Witches.
I know a forest woman. A certain Davula has spoken with the sheeted dead.
Bring her. Instantly.
She lives deep in the forest, lady. No village, no house will let her near. They all believe she signed a pact. In blood.
In blood. The dead are pale and bloodless phantoms, Dorothy. They crave the red elixir that they lack. Great Aeneas poured blood upon the ground, and the ghosts rushed from the other world, moaning and crying for it. He held them back from drinking, until in desperation they told him all he wanted to know.
Shall we slaughter animals then?
Animals! Fool! Heroes would never come to blood of sheep or cattle. Nothing but human wine would bring my lord.
Then who?
Go bid them bring that clumsy wench Ursula to me. Bound, look you, and ready of that, a large one. Then go fetch your forest witch.
Lady, we dare not.
I dare. I am mistress here, yes. And since my lord's death, master too. You have never yet dared disobey me. Dare you now?
No, my lady.
Then go bring the girl here. And the witch. On your life.
At once, my lady.
And Doracha,
Yes, lady.
remember to bring me a sharp knife.
lady. My lady, we are ready now.
Countess Battery.
What? Oh, yes. The invocation. I was dreaming as I gazed on my lord's helmet. You, witch, whatever your name is.
Darvula, great lady.
Take the helmet and begin. There is not as much blood as I thought, Doracha.
Ursula was of small stature, madam.
Silence, my ladies, or you will anger our guests. Dorothea, give me the burning brand. We will light the Greek fire. Ferenz Count Battery, Lord of Battery and Adoshti, Knight of the Holy Roman Empire, Baron of Transylvania. In the name of the Prince of the Air and of the Little Spirit, come to this your battle helmet as we pour the warm blood of your servant. Once. Come. Twice. Come. Thrice. Come.
Ferenz! Ferenz! He's here! No!
He approached, Countess, but could not come farther. The barrier to the dead is hard to break. I have often had to try many times.
Call him again. At once.
Blood once used to call them may never be so used again, lady. We will need fresh bait.
The countryside is full of young girls who would be honored to serve in Castle Battery. Would they not, Dorota?
I know not, my lady.
Oh, she lies, Countess, she lies. What peasant would not give everything she possessed to serve a lady of the blood royal?
You see, Dorota? Our witch has the spirit for our task. There will be more girls at Castle Battery. Many more. Will there not?
There will be many more, my lady.
See to it. The girl's blood is cooling. Doracha, bring fire and set the cauldron on it.
That, my lady, you heard it cannot be used.
Not for spirits, fool. For flesh. Have you forgotten how Ursula's blood softened my skin? Prepare a bath, Doracha. Now and every time. I would be fresh as a bride when my lord comes at last to take me in his arms.
Drag the demon in here. Drag her. Throw her on the floor. So.
Heaven protect us. That's Maria Tetra.
Fool. Only her outward form. Did you not hear the Countess's messenger tell us Maria Tatra died 3 days ago at the castle? Maria's soul is in heaven. This thing that has usurped her body, we shall now send to hell. Woodcutter, prepare. Here, now, the blood drinker pleads for mercy. Position the stake. Carter, hold the stake while he strikes. One blow, remember, or she wakes again.
Does she name the Count?
And he dead in battle these many weeks. The vampire grows desperate. Lift.
Father, protect us.
Strike! She died. Instantly.
Does not a vampire struggle in the death agony?
If she is shamming death, it will do her no good. We will drive silver nails into her temples.
Did you not hear her call a name?
No. Carter, did you hear anything but demons' cries?
I thought
What did you think?
I heard nothing. I heard no name.
Doracha! Doracha!
My lady.
I have been below in the cells, Doracha. But one girl there and all the other chambers empty.
Countess, forgive me. But it becomes more and more difficult to find girls both young and beautiful, as you demand.
My lord demands. Fetch more girls.
Lady, do not ask me.
Doracha, it is a long time since I have beaten you. Do you remember how my rings cut to the bone?
Forgive me, great lady.
Then fetch them. Virgins, mine.
Your servant in all things. Oh, my lady.
Well?
Darvola the witch. She has a friend, a clockmaker. A little mad, perhaps, but very skillful in his art. We have prepared a special present for you, lady.
May I know?
Let it be a surprise, lovey, huh?
Oh, your surprises were always the best.
Please, let's leave.
It's too late. You cannot turn and run now. You must not.
Father, I am afraid.
Do you think I do not tremble for both of us? To say what you are going to say against the Countess, and she one of the great nobles of the land. But we must.
Why must we?
Oh, daughter, the Lord will surely damn us if we do not halt this demon.
I won't. I can't.
God will protect his own.
Father, we aren't God's own. She is.
Shall we not in enough danger without blasphemy?
In the name of the king!
Clara Utbush, stand forward. You have been summoned before me on this 21st day of August to answer to the laying of charges of the most grave, not to say scandalous nature, against her ladyship, Elizabeth, Countess of Battery. These charges include torture, vampirism, rape, and other accusations of so fiendish a nature that the ear can scarcely credit them. Do you realize the seriousness of these accusations?
I am so afraid, sir.
You are not here to discuss your feelings with me. Do you understand? Merely answer my questions.
Yes, sir.
What happened to you in Castle Battery?
I was employed by her ladyship as a seamstress. She accused me of stealing an apple from her dinner platter, but I never did.
It is the Countess who has had grave accusations thrown at her, like mud in the street, not you. Tell us about those accusations.
I was taken to the dungeon of the castle and stripped of all my clothes. I was tied to a rack, and the Countess lighted a candle and held it between my legs and burned. I cannot go on, sir, please.
I order you to continue.
And she...
She?
I mean, her ladyship, the countess, bit my neck until the blood was flowing freely. And then her ladyship, sucked at it and swallowed it.
My daughter speaks truth, sir. She has never lied in all the years.
Silence! Do you think the law believes that peasants like you and your daughter do not lie? Who would credit such filth as she speaks? If what you say is true, girl, how did you come out of the castle alive?
They took blood, so much blood from me, and left me for dead in the forest, like the other girls, for the wolves to eat.
Other girls?
Yes, others. There were 3 corpses in the cart that took me by night from the castle. Look around you. There are no young peasant girls left for miles around. Where are your daughters?
Silence, wicked girl! You are in the grip of the devil! Do you expect us to believe your vile blasphemies against one of the highest names in the kingdom? I hereby order you returned at once to the service of her ladyship, the Countess Bathory, that you may ask her forgiveness for your slanderous tongue.
No!
A transcript of this hearing shall accompany you. And I trust that repentance will bring God's mercy to your soul and her ladyship's to your body. Take her to Castle Bathory.
No! Oh, God, no!
In here, my lady. Your surprise awaits you. Bring the light closer, I cannot see. Oh, God in heaven.
Is she not beautiful?
But you said this present was fashioned by a clockmaker. Is she not alive?
For all her loveliness, my lady, she is a thing of wheels and gears, no more alive than the castle clock.
She is miraculous.
More than that, lady. Much more.
Watch.
I touch behind her ear, and...
She stands. Her arms close in an embrace. She is... Knives. Knives spring straight forward from her breasts, and cups to catch the blood.
Look lower, Countess.
A third knife. From
the place of birth, my lady. Oh, but she is a naughty girl to look so shameless. I push another button, and she modestly retires.
She is a wonder of the world.
And spares your poor servants all the labor of cutting.
Countess, look whom we have here. That wicked girl, Clara Utvash.
Utvash, but we killed her.
She but shammed death, the vixen. She came back from the forest and denounced your ladyship to the magistrate.
Who, of course, sent her back to me.
He knows his place, my lady.
So shall Clara. Come here, girl. Do not be frightened.
Countess, forgive me. I did not mean that.
Of course you didn't. You are only a foolish child who must be taught a lesson. Now do exactly as I say, and you shall then be released.
Anything, my lady. anything.
You see this girl before you here? Is she not most beautiful?
Most?
Step forward to her. Put your arms around her, so. Now kiss her.
Her lips are cold.
You will feel a little colder yet. Darvula, now. For such a present as this, for both of you much gold. See how she hangs in the statue's arms, like an exhausted lover.
And yet she died a virgin.
So shall they all. Do we not thus preserve them from defilement?
But, lady, what would have happened if the magistrate had not been so obliging? The sword swings ever closer to us. This one has testified before the law.
And the law bent to honor the nobility, God's deputies on earth, as it always will.
Countess, listen.
There are not so many cats as those in all the castle.
Did you ever hear of a witch without her familiars, lady? I keep them for your service. They hear everything, the living and the dead.
What are they hearing now that they howl so?
Each time we summon the spirit of your great husband, lady, he seems nearer and nearer, but always falters at the last. I think tonight the cats hear him. Oh. I think tonight he will come all the way to us.
Here, Dorocha. Here. Make ready that girl's blood. My lord comes this night.
Countess, it is forbidden to look upon the dead. I implore you, my lady.
Dorocha, do you remember when I was a little girl, how I frightened you with a children's rhyme? Do you remember what it was?
No, lady.
What shall I do when my lord's at the window? What shall I do when my lord's at the door? What shall I do when my lord comes a-calling, trailing the earth from his grave on the floor?
You have just heard The Blood Countess, Part 1, Blood Red, by Ray Canale.
Good evening. Tonight, we conclude our biography of Elizabeth Báthory, the infamous Blood Countess. It is now 1611, more than 10 years since the Countess began her career, and a dark tide of rumor and accusation has begun to swell around her. But she has far more important matters in hand. Tonight, a witch has promised that she will speak with the spirit of her late adored husband, Count Ferenc Báthory. It's midnight, and the Countess is expecting visitors.
Why here, witch? It's dark as grave lamps. The stream is breathing mist. The very stones of the bridge give off steam. Have you brought me to the gates of hell?
Of safety, lady. Beings of the other world cannot cross running water. We will meet them at the far end of the bridge, and if we should have to retreat to our own side, they cannot follow us.
They? My husband will not come alone?
We expect your husband, and perhaps one other rarer visitor.
What are the dogs for?
Watch. We tie the white dog at our end of the bridge, and the black dog at their end. He, the other visitor, if he comes, may fasten on the dogs first.
He may?
I have warned you, this is very dangerous.
I do not know the word fear.
You may tonight. Now, stand still here, near the far end, their end. First, I pour 2 circles of holy water around us. So, 9 lighted black candles in the outer circle. So, the goblet of virgin's blood we took from the girl. Now, when we have poured it, clasp hands with me, and whatever you do, do not loose hands nor step without the circles for your very life.
I understand. Why do you delay? Begin.
Friends, Count Battery, Master in death as in life, come to us, we implore you. By the Prince of the Air, by the little spirit, come to the virgin blood we pour for you. Here.
He is near. I feel his presence.
Come from darkness.
He is here. At last we have broken the door. He is crossing over.
Baron, my darling. Baron, the years have been so long since you left me. Who is it? There is someone else there. Who accompanies you?
There, lady, do not move.
Help me! The other! He would pull me out of the circle! Stop!
They are gone. Thank God.
God! You thank God! I have lost my husband. He would not speak. He would not stay. Ferenc! Why do you desert me?
He did not desert you, lady. He was pulled away. And look, the dogs are dead.
Your ladyship.
Racha, I am not well. I shall keep to my bed today.
Lady,
Bring me my looking glass. At once.
Here, my lady.
Now wait outside until I call you. Go!
As you wish, my lady. I will be outside within call.
Mirror, mirror in my hand, is it really true that youth makes its escape through you, that the spirit sinks out of sight in your depths and takes youth with it? My lord would not stay last night, though we poured sweet virgin blood to him. I have bathed daily in such blood to keep the fair skin, all the beauty of the girl he married. Yet he fled like mist before the wind. He fled me. Look, look, Elizabeth. The glass has stolen your youth. Blood or no blood, there are lines round my eyes and mouth. The skin begins to sag and pouch. Devil's glass that smiles and simpers at me, that steals my youth and my lord.
Lady, whatever is the matter?
Look at me. Look at me. What do you see?
I see my lady, the Countess, as she always was.
Oh, fool. I smashed the glass because it is a hag who looks out at me from its depths. Why does the blood I bathe in not work?
Lady, it has sometimes seemed to me...
What? What is it?
We have been using the blood of peasant girls.
And?
Is it possible, lady, that the impure blood of peasants will not mix with yours?
Taracha, you are my true servant after all, of course. Of course. How could the blood of the wretched of the earth cleanse the skin of one of God's own kind? We have been guilty almost of blasphemy. Why did you not tell me of this at once?
I was afraid for you, my lady.
For me? What do you mean?
To kill a peasant, lady, is but a regrettable offence. It will be a very different matter to take the blood of noble girls. The law will notice that.
I am the law, within the domains of Bathory. Call the guards and tell them.
Yes?
Tell them, take Susanna, my youngest lady-in-waiting, to the dungeon and prepare her.
Oh, madam, she is a daughter of the Duke.
Precisely. I follow your advice to the letter. It is you have shown me the true path.
God have mercy on me.
No, my dear. He has decided to have mercy on his poor peasants. His sword now strikes higher.
Steeped in folly. How could you tell her she needed noble maidens for her bloodbath? You will bring ruin on us all.
She was so desperate. I nursed her when she was a tiny thing. I love her.
Oh, love! For such a one as she, have you not seen yourself, even as we look for noble wenches, how rumour flies ahead of us?
Doors close.
Dogs bark at us.
Busy mansions grow suddenly still.
And hospitality is an order to move on to the next village before nightfall.
Hush! She's coming.
Doracha, do you know that cur of a priest has begun preaching against me in the village church? They say he calls me the Scarlet Woman, and says that I ride upon the beast of the end of the world.
So it is said in the village, lady.
See that he is visited tonight, witch, by some of your friends. We all know how entertaining your friends are.
She is mad. To worship devils. Oh, I do that myself. But they have gone inside her. And that is the end.
It is her man. When he would not stay that night on the bridge, but went back to his ghostly wenches in the other world. That was the end for her. She is reckless now. They will find her out and tear her down, and we will go with her.
The devil will protect me.
Not against what is coming.
Oh, peasant, you have frightened proverbs and wise saws for everything.
I have one.
Only one?
The wages of sin is death.
What makes you think death still wants our services?
I come. Who knocks so late in the night? Can a poor priest never sleep? Well, sir, what do you want?
You are the priest of this, the Countess Bathory's village?
I am. May I have the honor of knowing your name, my lord?
It is enough that you recognize my rank. My name is of no concern to you.
Nonetheless, I know you. Will your highness enter?
All the better that you know me, then. You may pay the closer heed to my words.
And what would the mighty Prince Paul Bathory, first minister to the king, have to say to a humble parish priest?
Priest, you are defaming my family.
Your highness means your cousin, Our Lady the Countess Bathory.
You dishonor your pulpit with vile slanders against your betters. You shame the church with superstitious ravings of vampires and bloody orgies.
I am glad my poor words have gone so far across the kingdom. It is all true.
Liar and slave!
Your highness is accustomed to strike your servants. Beware. I serve a nobler lord than the king.
We do not lightly meddle with the church, priest. But the country is alive with rumors, and your wild words feed the flames. Lest you disbelieve a messenger, I am come in person. I warn you once, and once only. Curb your tongue, or the Council of State will clamp a bit on it, shall break your teeth.
Prince, I order that stake be driven through the heart of a poor blood-drained girl, whom we all thought to be a vampire. We shudder now for what we did. We know her now, God rest her, for one more victim of your cousin's butchery. If God requires my life for that blind sin, he may take it. But I do not fear you.
Villain, I will teach you humility with whips! What is that sound?
A plague of cats, Prince. 3 nights now, about this hour they come. Down the hill, Prince. From Castle Bathory.
You lie. They are your own cats.
I keep no cat, Your Highness. I have always loved the small and helpless creatures. I feed the little mice. I do not kill them. Look, Prince, you may see them. Look, there, by the cupboard.
But why?
Yes, Your Highness. Why? We are surrounded by hungry cats. Hear them? And the mice scamper as unconcerned as lambs in springtime. Why?
This is some trick.
Say rather a jest of the devil. Mice fear cats. If the cats are of this world, these are not.
They're breaking in.
Lord help us, I left the door unbolted.
Quick, man, quick!
Oh! Enough! Get away! Get away!
More wine, Excellency.
Ah, thank you, my lord.
Prince Battery fails his appointed time. He is not usually so tardy.
He does not wish to come at all. We shall have trouble with him over this business.
You cannot expect a prince of the kingdom to welcome the public infamy of his own cousin.
His own cousin? Do you know she is a distant relative of my wife's?
I am sorry to have spoiled your Excellency's wine. Enter. Ah, Your Highness. We were awaiting you. Come in. Close the door.
Lord Palatine, Count Zrínyi.
Prince Battery, your face.
Do you have a she-devil for a mistress that she tears your face so with her nails?
I have a she-devil for a cousin.
Have you gone over to the enemies of your own family?
We're our own enemies. Our blood is polluted with Satan's.
Proof? Where is your proof?
This ravaged face is my proof. Don't ask me why. Call out the dogs. We must pull her down.
Ah, I am glad Your Highness is so much of my mind. It makes it easier to do what must be done. Assemble your soldiers.
You cannot touch a noble of her rank. Not without a special act of the royal parliament.
I have it here, my lord. The king consenting, the act was passed last night. The order for her arrest and trial arrived from Budapest within this hour.
Are you all mad? Our peasants have revolted before, and blood enough it took to put them down. What will they do when we openly proclaim that we have harbored a monster?
What will they do if we shelter her longer?
The scythes are being sharpened now for her. Tomorrow, for us. We are ordered at once, with such force as we may command, to Castle Battery, to save whoever and whatever we may. To horse, my lords, before they pull down us.
God, the stench. It smells like a charnel house.
It is a charnel house. Here is where she kept them, drained their blood. Move your torch around.
Oh, God in heaven. Are they all dead?
This one is. And this one. This one. This one's alive. But she will not be much longer. Look, if you can bear to.
breasts have been cut off.
And her thighs fire-blackened.
This is a nightmare. I will awaken and it will all be gone.
Never. Not until the ending of the world.
The castle is secured. We have them all except the Countess. I have sent riders to scour the countryside. She cannot be far.
Dear God. Lord Jesus, blessed Virgin, help us.
Not even peasants should suffer so.
No.
How could God permit this?
Because I am his servant.
Oh, God in heaven.
Lift your torches and see me throned in my kingdom. I have preserved them chaste for their lord and mine. So much blood, and yet he does not come. Friends, husband, lord, how many must I kill to have you warm in these arms again?
Elizabeth.
Why, Cousin Paul, have you come to take me to my lord?
Lady, I have. Come with me now. There are horses and an escort in the courtyard.
With pleasure, Your Highness. Do we ride far?
No, lady. But to the end of breath.
My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, as High President of the Court, it is my duty to inform you that the jury has found all the defendants in this case to be guilty as charged. Hear then the sentences. First, Garocha Sentesh, housekeeper of the Countess Battery, and a certain Darvula, commonly reputed a witch, have been judged the chief executioners and torturers. It is, therefore, decreed that the fingers of the hands of both women, dripping with the blood of the innocent, shall be pulled out with red-hot pliers, and that their bodies be thrown alive atop a flaming bonfire. Second, it is the decree of the court that the Countess Elizabeth Battery, Lady of Battery and Adoshti, and of the Holy Roman Empire, Baroness of Transylvania, though commander and inspirer of these devilries, may not be executed nor injured in the body, for fear of defiling her noble blood. Instead, she is sentenced to be walled up alive in her private chamber in Castle Battery, the only opening to be a slit 12 inches high by 4 inches wide for the passing of food, that she may not die until God in his wisdom summons her to judgment. All other doors, windows, and openings whatsoever in the place shall be sealed tight with stone and mortar, that in life as in death the castle shall be her tomb.
August 15th, year of our Lord, 1614. To the most high and noble Prince Paul Bathory, First Minister of the King. I write to inform your Highness that your kinswoman, the Countess Elizabeth Bathory of infamous name, was found dead this night upon the floor of her sealed room, without a crucifix and without a light. She had been, you will recall, walled up alive for her crimes these 3 years and more. I regret to advise you that the guard who discovered her corpse babbled something about a bat that fluttered from the narrow opening of her chamber. I need hardly assure you that so unfortunate a coincidence will be heard of no further. The guard has been encouraged to silence. The last narrow opening in Castle Bathory is sealed forever. I know your Highness will be pleased to hear that good serving girls are once again procurable in the district.
You have just heard The Blood Countess, Part 2, Blood Blue, the conclusion of a special bloodbath written by Ray Kennelly. Kate Reed starred as the Countess, Elizabeth Bathory, with Neil Monroe as Prince Paul and Douglas Campbell as Lord Palatine. Ruth Springford played Dorothea, and Elva May Hoover was the witch Darvula. Colin Fox played Count Zrinyi, and John Stalker was the parish priest. Nikki Guadani played several of the victims. Our engineers tonight are David Hoyle and John Jessup, with sound effects by Matt Wilcott. Our production assistant is Doris Buchanan, and the series story editor is Earl Toppings. Nightfall is produced and directed for CBC Radio by Bill Howell.
The playground, the decision to enroll his son in a new play center forces a man to dig back into the pain of his own childhood. If only there were a way to spare his son the same trauma. Adaptation of Ray Bradbury's short story, dramatized by Martin Lager.
Charles and Susan Underhill are doing a pretty good job raising little Jimmy. His childhood is a lot happier than his father's. But as someone once said, each childhood is a nightlight in the bedroom of memories. And sometimes that nightlight can flare up a little too brightly, not dispelling the shadows, but only revealing them all too clearly.
Twinkle, twinkle your little spoon, Jimmy, and finish your cereal. Come on now.
Okay.
Good boy.
Attaboy. And it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You don't fool around with Mozart.
Oh, Charles.
See you later, honey. Bye, Jimmy. Be a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
Kid's grammar stinks. Time we send him to school.
Uh-huh.
No, can't talk about it now. Gotta
Charles,
run.
just a minute. Charles.
Sweetheart.
Look, I am not deciding our son's future all by myself.
Look, I agree that Jimmy needs to play with other kids, but he's got the Rogers boy next door and the Harrison twins around the corner.
The Rogers boy is too old for him, and the Harrisons have moved.
No kidding. When?
2 weeks ago. Oh, Charles, he needs a regular routine with children his own age.
All right. Why don't you get a list of play schools or whatever they're called, and we'll decide.
No, we don't need a list. There's a playground just down the street, and that's the most convenient place.
Playground?
Down the street where?
You pass it every day going to the train.
Oh, that place. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll look it over after work today.
Oh, would you, Charles? That'll be great. I just feel it's something we should decide together.
I'm all for it.
Well, I wasn't sure. You never seemed to want to talk about it.
Well, I just figured you'd handle it.
You know, Jimmy can sense when you're involved in his life and when you're not.
Since when aren't I involved? Sometimes I think he doesn't know which one of us is the father or the mother.
Yeah, I guess it would have been different if he had brothers and sisters.
All right. Why don't I stay home and we'll work on it?
It took 10 years of trying to produce him. My biological clock has run down. And go to work. And don't forget the playground.
I won't forget.
You hear that, Jimmy? Daddy's going to look at the playground. You can go there every day and learn all kinds of games and rhymes.
Go to playground?
That's right. And you'll learn the real words to all the songs.
Tell you the truth, I get a kick out of his versions.
A Cole Porter.
Oh, spare me.
We go round a mulberry bush. Pop goes the weasel.
Charlie.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, you got time for a quick drink?
Not today, I don't think. Got to check out a playground for Jimmy.
Oh, send the kid out in the big world, huh?
Yeah, you got it. A couple of weeks in a playground, then he gets a job.
Yeah, let him support you for a change.
Yeah.
Hey, is that Tom Marshall over there? Yeah, well, maybe he'll join me for an after-work libation.
Don't count on it. Marshall's become a bit of a stick in the mud lately.
Are you serious? Come on, he was always good for a laugh.
Can't get 2 words out of him these days.
No harm in trying. See you tomorrow.
Will you have a drink for me, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Tom.
Playgrounds. I don't remember learning anything at a playground, except how to steer clear of the big kids. Sure sounds like they're having a good time. Oh, that's a peculiar smell. Like iodine. It reminds me of when I was a kid. Cuts and scrapes, bruises and sores. You sure can make a hell of a racket. No wonder they don't go deaf. Can't see anybody supervising. What's happening? Oh, chest hurts. I have to get out. Don't know what came over me. I'm almost sick there for a minute.
Hello, Charlie.
What? What's... Who called?
Up here on the slide. Watch me go!
Kid. He's all right. Just fooling around, I guess. Just kid stuff.
Here you go, honey. Good stiff scotch.
Thanks. That's better.
Want to play, Daddy?
Oh, leave Daddy alone for a while, Jimmy. He's not feeling well.
Daddy got a tummy ache?
That's right, Jim. We'll play later, okay?
Look, you go on up to your room, sweetheart, and put your toys away, okay? That's a good boy.
Play later?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm really all right, Susan. I guess I'm just a little out of shape.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. It was a wave of nausea. I felt as if there was a vice around my chest. I couldn't breathe.
Well, do you think it was your heart?
I don't think so. When I got back to the street, I felt fine.
You know, it sounds like an anxiety attack.
Why would I have an anxiety attack, for God's sake?
Oh, how should I know? I'm not a psychiatrist. But, you know, you did have an unhappy childhood.
Oh,
and,
Susan.
oh, really, maybe the playground triggered something, some memory. And you responded physically instead of emotionally.
Thank you, Sigmund Freud.
Charles.
Well, you really think that's what it was?
Yes, I do. I mean, you know how you buried those memories. It's always been like pulling teeth getting you to talk about your childhood. You know, I think you're doing some kind of transference and trying to find a reason for Jimmy not to go.
Look, I'm all for Jimmy going. It's...
Well, what?
It's that playground. Do you ever get a feeling about a place that something just isn't quite right about it?
Well, why? I mean, weren't the children having a good time?
I suppose they were. They were having a loud time.
Well, then why?
Like, for one thing, I didn't see anybody around supervising the kids.
Oh, they're probably taking a coffee break. I mean, somebody has to be in charge.
Well, I didn't see anybody. And another thing, there were a lot of big kids playing pretty rough.
Was anyone hurt?
No, I guess not. But adults don't always see what's really going on. I know I was always getting beat up and nobody ever noticed.
Oh, there you hear yourself. You got upset because you were reminded of your childhood.
You know, you're probably right.
Well, you admitted it yourself.
The smells, the sounds, yelling and screaming. Well, it did sort of come back. And I overreacted.
Good.
Why good?
Well, because now you understand what happened. I mean, you know, it's probably why you've stalled so long about enrolling Jimmy in a play center.
Makes sense.
Oh, but honey, he'll be fine. You know, he's had a wonderful childhood so far, and I mean, we know enough to protect him from the kinds of traumas that you suffered.
Pretty smart lady.
You're right. And you know what? I am so smart, I'm also going to make an appointment with Dr. Pascal for a complete physical checkup.
There's nothing wrong with my body. It's my head that's screwed up.
Oh, come on. You haven't had a physical in over 5 years.
Okay. I'll go.
Good.
Hey, look. I'm feeling fine now. The drink helped. I'm going to take Jimmy for a little walk around the neighborhood before dinner.
Oh, you like that.
I should spend more time with him anyway. Hey, Jim. Let's take a walk, kid.
I coming, Daddy, I coming. Buy me a toy, Daddy, buy me a toy.
We're not around any toy stores, Jimmy, and let's just enjoy the walk, okay?
Okay, Daddy.
I'll tell you one thing. You're a lot more agreeable than I was at your age.
Daddy! Kids!
That's the playground. You'll be going there soon.
Wanna go playground! Wanna go playground!
Not today, kiddo. Let's cross over.
Playground!
Jimmy, no. Come back here, right now. Jimmy! Jimmy! Jimmy, don't you ever run away like that again.
Wanna play in playground!
No, Jimmy. I told you, not today. It's almost dinner time.
Please, Daddy, please,
Oh,
Look at that kid. Yeah, crybaby. Hey, kid, what you crying for?
Don't cry, Jim. You don't want those boys to think you're a baby, huh?
Hey, kid, you want to come in the playground and play with us?
He can't. He's going home to dinner. Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
Hello, Charlie.
What?
Daddy?
Him again?
See you later, Charlie. Play with boy, Daddy?
No, we're going home, now.
Charlie!
Oh, Frank, it's you.
Hey, how'd you make out with that playground business yesterday?
No, I didn't like it much. It's too noisy and rough.
Yeah?
Hey, what is it with kids these days, huh? They don't show any respect.
Sign of the times. How about a drink?
Sure. Should have gone with you yesterday. Oh, did Tom Marshall join you?
No, as a matter of fact. Barely knew me when I went over to him.
Yeah, I told you he's changed. Huh?
Yeah, I'll say.
Charles? Charles?
Well, Susan, hi. Hey, look, Frank, how about a rain check, huh? We'll do it tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, Frank.
Hi. Well, have a nice night. See you on the train, Charlie.
Hi, honey.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was shopping. Thought I'd surprise you and pick you up.
Haven't been picked up in years. Where's Jimmy, in the car?
No, he's at the playground.
You left him there alone?
Just for a while, so I could shop. Might as well get used to it.
You know, I'm still not convinced it's the best place.
Oh, I thought it was all settled.
Well, I wanted to check out some other places.
Oh, 4. They're pretty much the same, and then the advantage of this one is that it's close to home.
Look, let's just get over there, okay? I want to be sure Jimmy's all right.
He's probably having the time of his life.
Uh-huh. I don't see him anywhere. Yeah, I just can't believe you leave a 4-year-old in there with all those screaming banshees. Listen to them.
Charles, these are perfectly normal children. They're just playing.
I don't call that playing. Look, over there. That group of boys, what are they doing? They're throwing themselves against each other like it's some kind of demented football player. I'll bet Jim's right in the middle of it. Yeah, I see him. They're chasing him. They're getting the boys. Jimmy, over here, run! Come on, Jim! Do you see that, Susan? They're after him.
It's only a game of tag, for goodness sake.
Jimmy, come on, run!
Daddy, they were chasing me.
It's all right, Jimmy. I've got you, son. Little bastards, get back in there!
We didn't do nothing.
We was just playing.
Go on, get back!
Charles! Jimmy's just fine. Aren't you, sweetheart?
The big boys, they chased me.
There, you see?
See what? An innocent game of tag, and you're turning them into man-eaters. I mean, besides, Jim is the new boy in the crowd, and you know children always test each other.
Yes, I know.
I mean, how is he ever going to learn to stand on his own 2 feet if you keep trying to fight his battles for him? He's got to get in there and earn their respect.
Respect from those monsters? This place is some kind of special hell.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to argue. Let's just go home.
Hi, Charlie.
Who's that?
How the hell should I know?
He knows your name.
One of those smart-ass kids that calls everybody Charlie. God, I'd like to beat their pulpy little brains out, the whole lot of them.
Charles, you're doing it again.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Charles? What are you doing?
I'm getting dressed. I can't seem to fall asleep. Thought I'd go for a walk.
Oh, what time is it?
It's late. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, I will. In a minute. Look, now that I'm awake, I want to say something to you.
Please, Susan, no more discussion. I can't handle it right now, okay? I just need a little time to myself to think.
Look, Charles, please. I want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't mean to be unreasonable, okay? I know how hard this is on you, but it's rough on me, too. But I really feel that it's the best thing for Jim. You know, we've protected him for too long. It's time to cut the cord. Come on, you'll see. It'll work out fine.
You really think I'm being irrational about this, don't you?
Oh, honey, if you'd stop for a moment and listen to yourself, well, you'd realize it, too.
Well, good night.
Good night.
What am I doing back here? It's a loathsome place. Like a prisoner of war camp. All it needs are dogs. What's the matter with me? Susan's right. I'm being totally irrational. But
Hello, Charlie.
what are you doing in there? So late at night.
I sneaked out to see you. I knew you'd come.
Who are you?
I'm Tommy Marshall.
Oh, I thought there was something familiar about you. You're Tom Marshall's son.
Right, Charlie.
You know, Tommy, it's not very respectful to call an adult by his first name.
I have a lot of respect for you, Charlie. That's why I want to help you.
Help me?
Sure.
How?
My father felt the same way you do. He wanted to do something about it. He wanted to spare me the misery of this place.
It's true, isn't it? I've seen the bullying around here. Why can't Susan see it?
People see things differently, that's all. I guess it's got a lot to do with your own experiences.
Yeah. Every time I come here, I remember something else about my boyhood. When I think about those days, I don't know why I'm talking to you like this. Except that you've got such a grown-up way of talking. You said your father felt the same as me. What did he do?
He went to the office here and told them how he felt. He was afraid for his son, the way you are for Jimmy. So, he made a bargain.
What sort of bargain? With whom?
I don't know, but it's a way to help your son. You want to help him, don't you?
Of course I do.
Then come here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Bring Jimmy with you to the office.
This is ridiculous, talking to a child like this. I'm going home. Maybe I'll finally get some sleep. You too, Tommy. You go home. Your dad will be worried about you.
No, he won't. Tomorrow, Charlie, 4 o'clock, with Jimmy. Go to the office, explain it all. You'll see.
Forget it, Tommy. I'll solve this on my own.
4 o'clock tomorrow. See ya.
Hello?
Susan, it's me.
Oh, Charles. I'm so glad you called. You left so early this morning, we didn't get a chance to talk. Hey, were you avoiding me?
No, I just didn't want to go over it all again.
You know it's the best thing for Jimmy, don't you? Charles?
I heard you.
I mean, you do understand, don't you? He needs more than just his parents. And we can't take the place of children his own age.
Yes.
And he has to learn to give and take and, well, and fight, I suppose, if he has to.
Yes.
It'll be good for Jimmy. You'll see.
Yes.
Charles? You all right?
Susan, I'll be home a little earlier today. We'll go together to the playground. 4 o'clock.
Ring around a mulberry bush.
The monkey chased the weasel.
Pocket full of weasels.
Well, it won't be long before you know all the right words, Jimmy. The other children will teach you. Won't they, Charles?
Yes. They'll teach you everything.
You all right, Charles? You sound, I don't know, peculiar.
Oh, I'm fine.
You know, I can't think of anything better for Jimmy than this.
I hope so. It all depends on the office.
Well, the rates for playgrounds must be fairly standard. You're not going to quibble about money, are you?
No. But there will be a price.
Well, of course there'll be a price. Did you bring a checkbook?
Oh, it's all under control.
Play game, Daddy. Play game.
Yes, Jimmy. Very soon now. Susan, just remember this. I love you both.
Oh, and I love you.
Hello, Charlie. Hi.
That little boy is very rude.
Yeah, I'll speak to him about it. Why don't you wait here, Susan? I'll take Jimmy and get him registered.
Okay, dear. Now, you have a good time, Jimmy.
Bye, Mommy.
Bye, honey. I'll come for you at 6 o'clock.
Are you ready, Jim?
Yes, Daddy.
Okay, now, hold on to Daddy's hand. Tight, Jimmy. Tight. Keep walking, Jimmy. Jimmy. Come on. Hurry. Over there. Come on, Jim. Jim. Let's get inside. No one here. It's 4 o'clock. Jimmy, come sit on Daddy's lap.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Hello, Charlie.
Oh, Tommy, where's the person in charge?
It's all right, Charlie. I'll just sit here at the desk.
I don't think you should be here, Tommy.
So you decided to come.
Well, yes, well,
That's good.
Why don't you run along and play?
Play, Daddy?
No, Jimmy, not you.
That's right, Jimmy. Not you.
You're a very strange little boy.
The boy is father to the man.
Look, Tommy, I'd just as soon wait for whoever's in charge here.
No one else is coming, Charlie.
What do you mean?
Today it's my turn to initiate you. That's how it works here. Next time, it'll be your turn.
I'm tired of all these riddles.
Okay, no more riddles. You're a good man, Charlie. You're like a lot of fathers. You'd do anything to spare Jimmy all of this.
Yes, I would.
Even trade places with him?
I don't understand.
Sure you do, Charlie. Tom Marshall was just like you. He worried about Tommy. He wanted to save him the torture of growing up. So, he made the bargain. I made the bargain.
You?
I'm Tom Marshall, Charlie. I traded places with my son, just like you're going to do.
I didn't know that was the bargain.
It's not a bad bargain, Charlie.
And, what'll I have to do?
Just play in the playground every day, and go to school, of course.
Repeat my childhood. Grow up all over again.
Yes, but you know what to expect. You've been through it already. Yeah. You can handle it.
Oh, yes. I can handle it, yeah.
It's the right thing, Charlie. You'll see. You'll be glad for Jim.
I feel strange. What's happening to me?
You're doing fine, Charlie. Daddy, I'm scared. Nothing to be scared of anymore, Jim. Hi, Jimmy. Want to play on the slide? No, it's too high. Go on, Jimmy. Slide all the way down.
Yeah, go on, we're waiting.
Everyone's waiting, Jimmy. Come on, I'll give you a push.
Don't push me, Tommy, please.
Slide, Jimmy, slide. No!
Charles, there you are. I've been watching Jimmy. He's having so much fun.
Yes, I'm sure he is. Why don't we go on home now, Susan?
Why don't you want to stay and watch him play?
No, I don't think so.
All right, dear. Let's go. You know, we really did the right thing, Charles. It's going to make a world of difference to Jimmy.
Yes, it will.
You're a good father, Charles Underhill.
Boy is father to the man.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just an expression.
Twinkle, twinkle, little lamb? What are the words? You're going to have to take hold of Daddy's hand tight, Jimmy. Tight. He's going to need all the help he can get over the next little while. After all, being a grown-up is a pretty frightening business. On this or any other side of the vanishing point.
Buried Alive, written by John Graham, the great Santini, a hypnotist, has a plan to defraud his insurance company of $500,000 by faking his own death and allowing himself to be buried alive. However, his assistants who are supposed to dig him up have other ideas.
In the dream, you are falling, lost in the listening distance, as dark locks in. Nightfall. Good evening. We sincerely hope that you'll be able to stay still long enough to hear tonight's story. But then again, perhaps you won't have much choice in the matter. The play, by John Graham, is called Buried Alive.
He comes forth like a flower and is cut down. His days are short and full of woe. Inasmuch as it pleases the Almighty God
Just listen to those
to
tears.
take to himself this soul of our brother here
They
departed,
don't sound real.
we therefore commit his body to the elements.
Keep it up. Good work, Rose. What a performance.
Earth to earth, dust to dust,
Yeah.
ashes to ashes.
What gibberish.
In certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life
Well, thanks for the hope, friend.
through our Lord Jesus.
But who needs it? Once again, illusion has triumphed over the senses. They've buried me alive. What an exit. Nobody but the great Santini could go into such a deep trance. It's like a mask of death. Getting the death certificate was easier than paying a phone bill. What do they teach you in medical school these days? Buried alive. Sure as hell my most profitable exit. No corny cat and mouse stuff waiting for the body to turn up. It's nailed in this coffin. Or so they'll think. Oh, yes, the insurance company will have to pay. And my poor, bereaved widow, she'll just have to console herself with $500,000. Well, until she is found mysteriously murdered and penniless. Well, they can't blame a murder on someone who's already dead, can they? Oh, poor Rose. Yeah, it's too bad. She's losing her looks. Speaking of Rose, I wonder what time it is. She should be along soon with that idiot Phil to dig me up. Yeah. In the dark, the fluorescent dial of this watch is almost blinding. Let's see. It's only an hour left. And then I'll hear Rose's soft, innocent voice over the intercom.
No, stop that, Phil. Not here.
Why not, Rose? I want you.
Not in Santini's bed.
Forget him, Rose. He's as good as dead. That oxygen cylinder won't last more than 24 hours.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, why not? He's dying, and I couldn't be happier. The way he treated us. Clowns in that two-bit dirty hypnotism show of his. Well, now he's the clown. And nothing's bad enough for him.
I'm sorry, but he was my husband.
Yes. Yes, he was.
You're right. He had it coming to him.
We don't have to hide our feelings anymore. And besides, with all that insurance money, we're free. I love you, Rose.
Oh, Phil.
We don't have to be afraid again, Rose. You love me, don't you?
Of course.
Then forget Santini.
You're good for me, Phil.
Come over here.
Where are they? Damn wife of mine. Get me out! Get me out! I feel like I'm being crushed. No, wait a minute. No, calm down, Santini. Calm down. Don't burn up the oxygen. All right, what time is it? They're always late. How can she be so stupid? Well, she'll learn quick enough when I get out. Oh, no. No, she couldn't. Double-cross me? Oh, not Rose. I mean, she doesn't have the nerve. Maybe the intercom's broken. They came, but they couldn't get it to work. I'll check it. The intercom works. I have been double-crossed. She'll leave me here. No. No. I'll just push your coffin lid up. That's it. You just push it up. Come on. Once more. A little harder. Yeah, the lid's moving. No, it's not moving. It's not moving. Oh, wait. I've gone crazy. Of course it's not moving. It's not going to move. The coffin's got 6 feet of earth on top of it. My oxygen will be running out. I've heard what happens to trapped men who are slowly suffocated. The nausea tortures them until they rip out their own throats. My own throat. Rose! Rose, you bitch! I'll get you. You're not gonna leave me here. I'll get you!
No, go away.
Rose?
Leave me alone.
Rose?
No.
Rose, wake up!
No, go away.
Wake up!
Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil.
It was only a dream. There. Bad one, eh?
I saw him. He was out of the grave. His arms were around me.
Take it easy. You've had a rough day, but it's all over now.
I was in love with him.
Forget him, Rose.
I remember when we met. I tried to fight him, but he kept drawing me back.
Rose,
I was
please.
young and naive, but so happy in my lavender dress.
Go to sleep.
No. I've got to go and make sure he's still there.
You can't be serious. Mm-hmm. Why can't you wait till morning?
Now.
But it's late.
I'm going now. Are you coming or not?
Let's just leave it alone. It's done and over with. Leave it alone.
You're afraid.
No, I'm just not going. I don't want anything more to do with him.
I'm on my own then?
Suit yourself. But, Rose, be careful. It's dark out there tonight.
There's the lake. Okay. Now the grave should be right there. Good. And the intercom. Yeah. Everything is here. Santini? Are you there?
What the hell do you think? Where have you been, damn it? Everything's going according to plan, isn't it? Well, say something.
Santini,
What is going on?
we're not going to go through with it.
What the hell are you talking about?
We're going to leave you there.
Rose.
Goodbye, Santini.
No.
Goodbye.
Rose, please. Now, wait. No, what? Just at least talk to me, Rose.
What's there to talk about?
What's there to talk about? For God's sake, why are you doing this to me?
I'm in love with Phil.
You're in love with Phil?
Yeah.
Phil the clown?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
No, don't you laugh. He's good to me.
Oh, sure.
He makes me feel important.
That wimp? You're in love with him? Come on, Rose, you're not serious.
Look, even now you make me feel stupid.
Oh, okay. All right, listen, Rose. Look, I didn't mean it. Now, I've always liked Phil, yes. It's just that I love you so much.
Lies. You'll say anything. When you seduced my little sister, you said you love me. No, that was supposed to be enough.
That's all over now, Rose. I only did those things because I wanted your forgiveness. I loved you. Selfishly, I know, yes. But only because I was afraid of losing you.
Don't talk nonsense. It won't change anything.
Oh, look. If you want to leave me, I won't stop you. You can take the money. Just get me out of here.
And trust you? Why should I? Goodbye, Santini. Goodbye.
One more thing.
What is it?
A letter.
What?
It tells you all, Rose, everything.
What?
I left it with a good friend. He's going to open it. If I don't call him in the next little while, he's going to open it. Then they'll come and get me.
What?
And then we'll be together again, Rose. In jail.
Oh.
Hey, won't that be lovely? All three of us together again. Except it'll be worse for you. Murderer.
Murderer? After the living hell you put me through?
Rose, listen to me. I love you, Rose.
Sleep well, old friend. A letter! Damn it, he's got us again.
It could be a bluff.
I'm not going to rot in jail. I mean, even if we do let him go, we'll still have the money.
What are you talking about? If we let him go, he'll kill us both. You know that, don't you?
Yes. No, I don't know what to think. I can't stand it. He's down there dying, and we're going to get caught. It's not working. It's just not working.
Look, just stop and think for a minute. What friends does he have?
Santini? Friends? Certainly no one he could trust.
Huh?
Maybe it was a bluff.
Of course it was. Imagine him asking someone to wait for him to return from the dead. How could he expect anyone to do something like that?
You know, you're right. It's just more of his nonsense. He's made a fool of me again.
Hey, forget it, Rose. We're safe.
No, that's not enough.
What do you mean?
He tried to make a fool of me. He's gonna die with us loving and laughing in his ears. Come on. We're gonna make love in that graveyard.
No, I can't do that. I can't.
What's wrong with you? What are you so afraid of?
I'm still afraid of him, damn it. You would be too if you knew it was good for you.
Why are you such a wimp? I'll go alone. I want to see that louse bacon suffer. I want to see him die 1,000 deaths. Good night.
Be careful. He can be very persuasive.
Come on, God. You just give me a chance. I'm offering 50%. I'm talking 50% of the gross. And this scam is just a start. I mean, last year in Philly, we were pulling in 10 grand a week. You figure it out. It's not too hard to take, huh? Just let me get out of here. Come on, God. I'm on your side now, I swear. What time is it? Taking her own sweet time about it. Phil probably wet his pants. Where is that silly woman?
Hello, Santini.
Rose. Rose, good for you. I knew you'd figure it out.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what the hell? It's all behind us now. I keep the money if you want. Well, most of it. I just need enough to buy off my friend with the letter, you understand?
What letter?
The letter... What letter? The letter. Don't play games with me.
You didn't really think I was going to buy that, did you?
So you think you're ahead, eh? What do you want?
Why? Thought you might like to hear about me and Phil.
You and Phil?
Yeah. Some nights he wakes me up, 5, 6 times.
Terrific.
I got so I can't think of anything else. From one sweet, sweet moment to the next. I'm sort of warm and hazy all the time.
I'm not interested, Rose.
Better than anything we ever had. That's for sure.
I don't want to hear this. I'm going to switch off the intercom.
You do, and you'll never hear another human voice again.
You bitch.
It all started one lousy drunk night in Munich. The show was a flop. You couldn't hypnotize anyone. They were too drunk. So you joined them. You got drunk, too, and mean. Threw me and Phil out in the rain.
Rose.
What a night. A couple has to be very inventive to keep up their interest in a rain ditch. Especially beside attentive singing drunks.
Is this some kind of joke?
Yeah.
You really must hate me, Rose.
Yeah, I do.
It hasn't always been this way, you know. There were a good time.
I can't think of any.
Naples. Just after we were married. Remember, Rose?
Yeah, just after they threw you in jail for that seance fraud. Oh, I remember it all right.
And the Mediterranean. How blue it seemed. You, in your summer dress.
The lavender one.
Yes, and that funny Greek.
Oh, the one who sang all the time. Spiros.
It's not so long ago. Is it, Rose?
Goodbye, Santini.
One last thing.
What?
Listen. Tomorrow morning, early. Come and watch the sun rise over the water. Just like we did. When we were happy.
What's in it for you?
It's all I need to take with me, Rose. An image of you in the fresh morning light.
I gotta go.
Too much to ask? Say you'll come.
Yeah, we'll see. See, I gotta go.
Rose, you'll come.
I gotta go. I said we'll see. Goodbye.
Rose. You'll come, Rose. I got you now.
Good morning. Sleep well?
Yes, Rose. And you?
No, as a matter of fact. Well, I'm here.
Relax.
Yeah, but I haven't got time to waste.
What's the lake look like, Rose?
The lake? It's still there.
Sunrise shining across. It's pretty, isn't it?
Nice enough.
Restful.
Yeah.
Very restful.
Very restful.
Just like Naples, Rose.
Yeah. Like Naples.
All the time in the world, Naples.
All the time in the world.
You want to be back there so much it hurts you to think about it. Yet you do think about it.
All the time in the world.
Keep on looking at the sunrise on the water. You're back there now, aren't you, Rose?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What's happening in your life?
I'm 17. I've just fallen in love with an exciting man.
Yes.
Oh, he's handsome, so handsome. He knows everything.
What's his name, Rose?
Santini.
Why do you love him?
I don't know. I can't help it. The other girls at the convent are mad with jealousy. I can't think of anything else.
Are you happy?
I'm so happy I could burst.
Rose. Rose, when I count 3, you will wake up. You will remember only the good feelings you have now. Forget all our trouble, all our meanness, all our selfishness. Do you understand, Rose?
Yes, I understand.
Good. 1, 2, 3.
What have I done? What? Oh, good God. Santini, forgive me. I'll be right back. I'll get you out. I'll get you out right away. Don't worry.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all, Rosie.
Okay. It's free now. Push it open. Push it open. That's it. That's it. It's opening. Push harder.
There.
Oh.
Treasure.
Oh, Santini. I'm sorry. I don't know how it happened.
Just get away from me. I can't breathe,
Oh,
Rose.
of course, I'm sorry.
Stupid woman.
Oh, you're not mad at me, are you?
No, mad. No, Rose. Of course not, darling. Come here, let me hold you. Oh, why would I be mad at you, my love? Oh, Rose, let me look at you. Oh, look into my eyes, Rose. That's it. Just relax. Relax, Rose. Feeling drowsy?
Drowsy.
Yes.
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 All the time in the world, Rose.
All the time in the world.
To just relax, Rose. Relax. And lie down. Right in here. Oh, phew. There, that does it. Well, the grave looks like it's never been touched. That's a nice view of the lake from here. Rose.
Yes?
How do you feel now, Rose?
I'm happy. So happy.
Glad to hear it, Rose. When I count to 3, you'll wake up. 1, 2, 3.
Where am I? Oh, I can't breathe. Let me out. Santini! Help me! Help me! Santini!
What a lovely day. A lovely day for our funeral.
You have just heard Buried Alive by John Graham. Featured in tonight's cast were Don Franks as Santini, Lally Cadeau as Rose, and John Stocker as Phil, with Frank Perry as the minister. Our recording engineer is Ray Folsick, with sound effects by Matt Wilcott. The script editor is Earl Toppings, with the production assistance of Doris Buchanan. Tonight's play was produced and directed by Paul Mills, and the coordinating producer for Nightfall is Bill Howell.